this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for KnockOut TV.
Welcome to KnockOut TV, Don Elbaum. There's a million questions. I don't even have to ask you a question because you're such a storyteller. You have had the stories, the amazing things you've done in the boxing world and in the world also.
I've been lucky. I mean, it's been one hell of a ride, and believe me, even with the downs, and of course, when you're in boxing, everyone has downs. I wouldn't have given up this life forever. It's taken me all over the world. I met, forget it, from De Niro to a guy, I think his name is Donald Trump. He used to have a casino in Atlantic City.
Yeah, I heard of that guy.
And he used to come to my fights at the Trop.
Oh.
I mean, he must have come 50 times. And I had dinner with him I don't know how many times. And I voted for him the first time. I'm not sure this time. Okay. No, it's been a great, and this is fantastic.
We're at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame.
It's great.
And it is, Ray McCline's awesome. I mean, the setup here is fantastic. It's a great weekend.
Yeah.
It's just a great weekend. Now, what would you, if I said, Don, what do you do for a living? What would you say?
I'm in boxing. I mean, I've done everything in the game. I've boxed. I've trained fighters, believe it or not. In fact, I actually was the main trainer for Aaron Pryor when we fought Aguero. I mean,
oh no,
yeah. I mean, we had other trainers in there, but I've been in this game so long. I don't know if you're aware of this. My mother was a concert pianist.
No.
And I was born in Cincinnati, and this is, well, some people know, I was born in Cincinnati. My mother played with the Cincinnati Philharmonic. I sat down at the piano when I was 6 years old and started playing. We moved to Erie, Pennsylvania, and at the age of 8, I played a duet with my mother with the Erie Philharmonic at the Main. I was considered a child prodigy. My picture, 8 years old on the front page. Okay, now I'm playing piano. I loved it. My mother grew up in New Bedford and Fall River, Mass. This is my background in the boxing. My mother grew up in New Bedford and Fall River, Mass. And we went every summer. Her brother, my Uncle Danny, was an amateur fighter and the most feared street fighter in New Bedford and Fall River. He had a reputation that was so incredible. He had 30 amateur fights. Whenever he won, knocked 27 guys out.
Wow.
All right? Al Weil, the guy that had Marciano, asked him to turn pro. He said no.
Oh, really?
No, yeah. He said, we got me, Mark. So, again, I'm playing piano. We go out. I'm 7 years old. My uncle takes me to my first fight. All right? And this is the description. I'm sitting there in the first row with him, and I see this one fighter in a corner. And his opponent, Paulie Jackson, is in there throwing punch after punch. Never hits the guy. The guy slips out, puts Paulie in the corner, puts together a 10-punch combination. The guy starts sinking to the canvas, and he pulls back. These are my exact words. I turned to my uncle. I said, that is the most beautiful music I've ever seen. That's what I want to do.
Wow.
That changed my life. And the guy in the ring, Willie Pep. and that
he was pretty good.
Yeah. And another one of my, Pep came to, we had a mayor in Erie, Mike Canavino. Well, Mike was Italian, of course. He promoted fights. And I used to go to the mayor promoting fights and brought Willie Pep in. I'm 16 years old, and I actually sparred with Willie.
You sparred with Willie?
Yeah, well, 16 years old at the
now
gym.
How old was Willie at the time? What was he?
No, he was. I mean,
was he established at that time?
No, he was past his. Yeah, he was already. Past his play.
Okay.
So, I boxed with him 4 rounds, and just so you know, I had a hell of a left hand. I had a great chin. I couldn't break open an egg. Forget it. I mean, I couldn't punch. We boxed 4 rounds, 4-3 rounds, and Willie said to me, "You're going to be champ one day." 20 years later, I was with him. I said, "Boy, did you lie to me."
Oh, wow. Wow.
But one of the greatest thrills of my life is, Ray Robinson called me, and I had Ray I put Ray in his last 3 fights. All right, in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, in Steubenville, Ohio, and the last fight was with Joey Archer in Pittsburgh. And actually, Ray called me. He said, "Don, who do you think you can get that I can beat to get one more title fight?" I said, "Joey Archer." He said, "Can you make the match?" I said, "I know I can make that match," which was in Pittsburgh. All right, and I said, "Ray, let's do this right. Let's do a couple of tune-up bouts and build it up." All right, great idea. All right. The first tune-up bout was in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. This is one of the great thrills of my life. Johnstown, PA, where they had the Johnstown flood. All right, they had a famous flood there, and I said this is the biggest thing in Johnstown since the Jamestown flood. Big publicity. Built it like 2 months before. I get a call a week before the fight from Willie Pep. He said, "Don, I need a fight." I said, "Willie, please, no. Just don't, you know." He said, "Don, I've got a, what do you mean you got a fight?" Came up with the greatest line. He said, "Don, I got 6 ex-wives." I said, so all of a sudden it hit me. I put him on in the 6th rounder. Very few people know this. Ray Robinson, Willie Pep on the same show in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Unreal. It's been, listen, it's a great ride, man.
It's wonderful. But the fact that you like just fell in love with it, just like that, it's like magic. It was like magic.
No, it was a fight.
Yeah.
If I hadn't gone to fight, I'd be playing.
Do you still play?
No. I just I wish I did, but no, I stopped.
No.
No, I mean, boxing became my drug, as I always say. It's my drug.
It's a pretty good drug.
I don't smoke. I don't drink. Boxing is my drug.
It's great. Now, you got a book coming out.
Yeah, Joe's doing a book, and we're trying to come up with all kinds of names.
It's got to be like the size of War and Peace, this book.
We're trying to come up with names. I've got a few of them. I said we should maybe put all the thoughts on the cover of the book. One of them is the stories of Don Elbaum, and some of them may even be true.
Yeah.
I got another one, The First 100 Years. And another title, The Guy That Made the King. And you know, Don King.
Yeah,
I brought him into boxing, so I'm the guy that made the king. And underneath I should put the biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah. Put a big asterisk next to that one.
Anyway,
that's a read. That's going to be. I don't really read much, but that's.
Yeah, no, it's going to be.
That'll be next to my bed. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. That's going to be a great read.
Do me a favor, buy 2.
I'll buy 2.
Okay.
I'll buy 2.
One from you too. All right. So
all right.
We got 3 books.
We got 3. We got 3 sold already. It's a bestseller. That's great. Don,
the problem I got is Russell wants it free. Russell Peltz.
Oh. Yeah.
Pardon me.
Unbelievable. But that. We're looking forward to that. I'll keep fans posted on that because that's. It's a great read. Yeah, it's definitely a great read.
It's got me excited.
You got so many stories. You're gonna have to do. It's gonna have to be like Harry Potter. You're gonna have to do like, 5, 6, 7 of them.
No, it's gonna be really a turn on. Yeah, really.
I'm looking forward.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
That's it's gonna be pretty cool when you go to a bookstore and you see your book there.
Sure will be.
That's wonderful. I actually the Chicken Soup books, Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Yeah.
I have a story that I wrote that's in Chicken Soup for the Sports Fan Soul.
Right.
And I wrote that. So that was so when I go to Barnes and Noble or a store and I see it, it's pretty cool.
Good.
So seeing your book and you can go wherever and you're going to see your book in a bookstore in in California, in Jersey, anywhere, and that's it's a good feeling. No. It's a good feeling. And talking to you is great.
Pardon me?
Talking to you is wonderful.
Listen, my pleasure.
I love you to death, and I haven't seen you in a bit. And it's great to see you, and hopefully I see you soon, another 100 years.
No, right. I'm here forever. So
all right, my friend. Great to have you. Don Elbaum, KnockOut TV. Absolute pleasure. Give me that.
One last story. You may get a kick
out of this,
all right? This happened about 5 years ago. All right, I don't talk much about heaven or so forth. There's 5 of us in Cleveland, Ohio, and we start talking about who's going to heaven and so forth. So, you know, and just I'm half listening, saying a couple of things, and one of the guys said, of the 5 of us sitting here, there's only one person that's guaranteed to go to heaven. And he points to me. I said, what do you mean by that? He says, Don, the devil doesn't want you.
It's beautiful.
Anyway, that takes care of that one.
There's the title of your book right there. The devil doesn't want you.
The devil doesn't want you.
The Don Elbaum story. The devil doesn't want you. Sounds like a hit song, too.
Good.
You can get on the piano.
We'll do that
You
one.
can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
All right, Don, it's great to see you.
Oh, thank
Absolutely.
you.
I love you, man.
Pleasure. Thanks,
Thank you.
same, man.
Thanks, Don.